8:22 on Radio Sport. Let's get into it. And every now and then we kind of move away from sport and do other things that would had to be seen to be far more important, Nathan.
Yeah, Friday is Flex Your Brain Day, and you can do that by picking up this new book that's out. It's called Blowfish's Oceanopedia. 291 extraordinary things you didn't know about the sea. And I was having a bit of a flick through before, and Tom Hurd, or Blowfish, is with us right now, and you've got your own invented word, mate, Oceanopedia. That's amazing. Thanks for coming in.
No worries. You know, when you're English, you can make up any words you like, and I thought I'd make up Oceanopedia.
You're right, actually, because you say it in the English voice, and I think, oh, that's a proper word that I don't know properly.
Mate, if you say anything in a posh English voice, it sounds good. You can say, I don't know, I'll have a cheese sandwich. And you think, yeah, not too bad. And then you say a cheese sandwich, mate. And it's,
yeah, you're right. No,
it's gone immediately. So.
Yeah, the cheese sandwich, when you said it, sounds like it's part of a high tea.
It does, yeah.
It does. It sounds very good. So, I mean, the Oceanopedia, this is a good thing for us because obviously surrounded by it here in New Zealand, islands with all around it. But when I was having a bit of a read through, at first I thought, I wonder if it's going to be like when we go and buy fish and chips in New Zealand, right? There's always a poster in every fish and chip shop of every single fish. There's a gurnard, there's a, there's a kahawai and all that as well. But this is actually more about the ocean itself, your book.
Absolutely. The whole idea of the book is it's literally for anyone. Because you're not going to sit there and read it from cover to cover. It's not meant for that. I call it a toilet book. Because basically, it's there for when you're on the loo, and you've got 10 minutes, yes. You're communicating with a higher power, and you pick it up, you read a couple of nuggets out of it, and you think, oh, that's interesting, and then you put it down and you go away and you come back to it, and it's good for fishermen, it's good for the guy or girl on the street, it's good for someone who likes beachcombing. It's got it all in there, and the idea of the book is that you're not meant to read it and come away with a marine biology degree. I've done the hard work for that. The idea is you think, oh, I like a bit of the beach, I like a bit of that. You learn a bit more and you think, oh, that's wicked, that is. And then maybe you do something to just help it. Maybe it's, I'm going to take my own plastic bags to the supermarket. Maybe I'm going to leave that plastic coffee cup in the recycling, that kind of thing. Yeah. So that's the plan bit. And also, enjoy it while you're there.
I like how you said there it's like a toilet book because it's very much written, it's almost perfectly written for guys and that it's all compartmentalised into things. This one here, this is an interesting one. Kento, check this out. You've got one called Why Tropical Beaches Are Crap.
Is it titled that?
Yes.
Brilliant.
That's why it's called that. Tell us why are tropical beaches crap.
I wish someone could have seen your face when you said that. Why are tropical beaches crap? It was the anger in his ear. Come on, you come down here.
Oh, no, I thought it was fascinating there as well.
No, the reason why tropical beaches are crap is that the white sand tropical beaches that are... they're the picture perfect, aren't they? James Bond's usually walking down them. You pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get there. Yeah. They are primarily made from poo. So things like parrotfish, sea urchins, starfish, all that kind of stuff, they chew the coral reefs. And in their stomachs, they grind up the coral into tiny fragments, and then they just... and it ends up on the beach. So, it's always hilarious when certainly if you're in the UK and it's raining for, 300 days of the year, when you're watching some sort of travel program and there they are, you've got, Jeff and Audrey and they're there and he's got his socks off in the sand. Oh, I say, Audrey, this sand's lovely. And you think, you're rubbing your feet in poo, mate. I mean, knock yourself out. What we do on a Saturday is all up to you. Yeah. But that's it. That's the prime example. And good shout there, Nate, mate. That's a prime example of some of the good jazz you've got in there. You just read that, you get, a bit of interest, bit of a laugh from it, and go about your day.
I saw a tweet once about coral, which I thought was great, and someone, I forget who it was, I should credit who, probably Rob Delaney, he writes all the good ones. But it was about, is coral is coral the smartest rock or the dumbest animal? What is it? It's the dumbest animal, right?
No, it's actually a very clever animal. It's a very clever animal. And you've got to be careful because scientists estimate that coral might be producing potentially 50% of the oxygen that we breathe.
Wow.
Yeah, potentially. And you also, this is to really mess with your head, if you think that coral reefs, I believe they take up 0.1% of the entire Earth's surface. 0.1%, right?
Yeah, they're coming out of 30% of the oxygen.
And there's a statistic that suggests that 90% of all known marine species spend some time in, on, or near a coral reef. Right. So that would be the equivalent of the entire population of New Zealand at some point in their life passing through, say, Twizel.
I've been through twice.
You've been through twice.
Well, there you are, mate. You're
I'm on
helping
that
the cause.
90. Hey, you've done enough to convince me that you could take over from David Attenborough when he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone's going to have to do
is
the
that
job.
your gig? Yes.
Big Dave, though. Big Dave. What a lad. He is a
But
hashtag
won't
lad.
he be missed? He is going to leave a huge hole. Someone has to jump up and fill that, and you might be part of it.
No, it's the kindest thing I think anyone's ever said to me. So thank you very much. But I'm not fit to shine his shoes. I'm happy to do my own thing. I mean, I can leave here now and jump in front of a bus after you've said that, big man.
Don't though.
But we do. I think someone does need to stand up for the guy and the gal in the street. The Big Dave's amazing, isn't he? And everyone gets in contact with him. Yeah. But when you've got someone standing there in front of you wearing shirt, tie, nice trousers, all that kind of stuff, we're all sitting here wearing T-shirts, chilling out. You're wearing an all-white top. Sorry about that, mate. Yeah. But you need a friend, someone that someone that talks your language to get you passionate about something. Yeah. So you make a difference. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be up there, on high, frankly, because I'm way too hairy to be considered anything worthwhile. But to get people thinking, I didn't know that. I'm going to do something about that. I didn't know that. Rather than, my God, did you see that? That was amazing. And then move on to something else.
Now, you've been here, you were telling us, you've been here for a couple of weeks now. So I imagine that people try and get you and almost push you towards the sea and go, look, we've got ocean. What about that? Hey, look at how wet it is, or something like that. What is it about New Zealand's marine, I guess, what do you call it, environment? Is there something unique about it?
Very unique. New Zealand's unique for the fact that you have this monumental drop-off from, you've got a little bit of continental shelf, and then you go right the way down to the bottom of the ocean.
It just scares me so much.
Well, it means that you've got all these incredible species, like the whales, the squids, all these deep ocean species, and then also in like Milford Sound, for example, you've got creatures that are coming up into the shallows that should be deep, and that's no,
I don't like that. Those the fish with their own lights.
No, they're the best things in the world.
Right underneath Mitre Peak, just
and they look horrible. They look like those garbage pail kids you used to get with chewing gum. The light on the front of the big teeth. Mate,
they're amazing. I've chilled out with something called hagfish, and this thing can choke other fish by squirting slime down its throat. So if you're a shark and you come along and you think, "Oh, hagfish, I'm going to have and you bite him, hagfish can jet slime 3 meters.
Wow!
And they also call them slime eels, because if you put one in a bucket of water, it will turn the whole bucket into a bucket of jelly.
I don't usually hang out with fish at all, bro. But your enthusiasm has made me really into it. I'm all about fish right now.
It's Blowfish's Oceanopedia, 291 extraordinary things you didn't know about the sea. This has got there's stuff on rips in there as well, because obviously rips affect us a lot, and also you will find out that the sea isn't uniformly salty, which I was also very fascinated with. But we have to head off to news right now. Thank you very much, sir, and enjoy off up to Russell today.
No worries, boys.
Beautiful.
What a spot.
Bay of Islands, man.
Can't wait for it.
And after that football result yesterday, Nato, I'm going to take the jandals off and go and just crunch my toes on a coral beach.
On a coral beach there. Roll around and
seems appropriate today.